Alright boys and girls, welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. I'm Lewis, an airline pilot, CFI and CFII, here on a mission to show you how easy it can be to figure out holds. This video idea was brought up by Jeff on my Patreon, who's going for his instrument rating check ride soon, and wanted to get some insight into hot topic areas before he goes into it. And holds are certainly up there on the list of confusing things for students. And I'm hoping to show you that they don't have to be all that difficult to master. Today we're starting from a very realistic Orlando North Air Park, where I fly from sometimes in real life, and it's complete with 2,600 foot runway, little alligator pond next to it, area where the lounge is, aircraft parking spaces, car parking, and maintenance hangar for the rental company that I use. Pretty incredible stuff, and makes you wonder why anyone would leave the house when you've got something this realistic on your computer. But anyway, something to note as we do get started, that this isn't flight instruction, and it isn't going to be very detail oriented either. I mean, my instructor's going to be horrified by how I'm going to get off the ramp. But I'm just as horrified that he's in a light aircraft wearing his full uniform and epaulets. Nothing more cringe than that. We'll have to call him Nigel. He doesn't talk much. I'm setting up to go direct to a fix to hold and loading a hold into the Garmin. This is actually a real life hold shown here, and the way that I work out how to enter a hold is to visualize where I'm approaching the fix from. You can even draw this out in flight, but I also visualize splitting the hold into 3 different sections. I extend the inbound course and draw a line into the hold about 70 degrees from that inbound course. In this case, the inbound course is 129 degrees, so the line would be emanating from 199 degrees. But in reality, I'm never really that accurate with it, because all I'm trying to work out is how I can get inbound to the holding fix with the least amount of turns. With the hold split into 3 sections, direct, teardrop and parallel, you can see where you're approaching the fix from and what segment you're in to see how you're going to enter. So now we just need to get flying and put it all into practice. Now you're going to have to excuse my flying while I'm doing this. I've got a new sim set up and it isn't optimized at the moment, so I'm going to be using a lot of the autopilot as I explain this, but here we go. Welcome to the sky. We're heading directly to the holding fix, and you can see the GPS has kind of done the job for me in working out the hold. But if we go back to drawing it out in our minds, you can see the extended inbound course here and the 70 degree line here, and see which segment we're in. We're approaching in the teardrop segment, which makes sense because the way to get onto the inbound course with the least amount of turns from this position would be to hit the fix on this heading, fly into the protected side, and then teardrop back to the inbound course. Then it's just a case of flying it and doing your timing and following your distances. So here we are approaching the fix, and I'm getting ready to start my timer to go 1 minute past the fix for the teardrop. The GPS has a nice teardrop set up for us, which is convenient, but even if you're doing a VOR hold without this, I do the same thing to work it all out. It's pretty ridiculous how realistic this looks, by the way, and Nigel is just pretty ridiculous. Anyway, after a minute, I'm teardropping back to the inbound course and waiting to reach the holding fix before turning outbound. But what if we approach the hold from a different direction? Here we are approaching from the wrong side of the hold and need to play my little visualization game again. The GPS has already done the work for me here, but here come the terrible overlays again. Extend the inbound course, 70 degree line, label the segments, and look at that, we're in the parallel segment this time, so let's fly a parallel entry. We fly to the fix, turn to fly parallel the inbound course, but we fly the reciprocal, of course. Fly that for 1 minute, and then turn into the protected side and swing it back around to re-intercept the inbound course and fly to the hold fix. And boom, the worst visuals you've ever seen in your life. So there you have it, an easy way to work out your hold entries. Now get ready for an awful approach and landing. But first, before that, did you enjoy this kind of video? Let me know in the comments, and if there's something you'd like to see me do in the sim, I can try and make it happen. Also, I make checklists that you can use in real life or on your simulator to level up the realism. So if you're interested in that, go to ludixaviation.com to get yourself a checklist. There's plenty of models available. So, on to the terrible approach. Remember earlier I told you that my setup isn't optimized yet? Well, for some reason, I accidentally hit a button which disabled my throttle. Okay. Stall. So here we are, stalling. Enjoy the rest. Nigel's livid. He's got to go through this shit.